Welcome back to the channel. This is podcast episode number 2.
I thought you meant like we were going to do a countdown or something. You just jumped
3,
in.
2.
I'm so Venmo.
I said, are you ready? Don't send the money.
You just give him $50 for him, giving it right back. Are you joking?
And he gave me a truly. He's the nicest guy ever.
What is he doing?
All right, welcome back to the channel.
Let's
This. Can I start it?
Go ahead. Welcome back to YouTube. Here we go.
There you go.
Coming with your finest podcast ever.
Podcast episode 2. I'm the host, Chris, a.k.a. Ghostmaker. Right here we got Fran, a.k.a. Thorn. We got Matt, a.k.a. Ronald Reagan, and the Matt Man.
Ronald Reagan.
Reagan. And then we also have Dan joining us, a.k.a.
Swame.
All right, this week, diving into the games. The big thing this week was Halo will feature daily challenges that will take 16 to 18 hours. The community manager, John Jinzik, I probably fucked that up. He said at launch, we anticipate that on average, it should take players 16 to 18 hours of playing and winning before they will run out of daily challenges. Now, my question is this excessive?
I was going to say, for 16 to 18 hours for one daily challenge.
Well, he didn't say one. He said all, I guess. So, here, let me break it down real quick.
So how many daily challenges am I getting?
They have tiers. You have 3 tiers of challenges, like 3 levels.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't say how many is in each level. But so the first set you can complete against bots. The second one has to be completed in multiplayer against real people. And then the third one is hard challenges in multiplayer against real people. Now, is that excessive? 3 layers of difficult challenges.
It gives you a different level of accessibility. Like, people can do it against bots, like you said. So they at least can do some challenges. So, but it is a lot of challenges to take on. My biggest issue, though, is I don't know if they've changed it since then, but apparently you can't level the battle pass unless you do the specific challenges. Like, if you complete a match, you don't get experience, which is it's very grindy. So that's the problem people are having, and I don't think they're gonna change it. So that's excessive.
That might be excessive.
Yeah.
That's a little much.
Yeah, that is my problem.
So is it like how Halo 3 was, where you couldn't rank up unless you won the game?
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like you can't do anything.
Yeah, either doing challenges or winning. Like, just like finishing a match, like you're not going to get battle pass experience. So it's that sucks, obviously, especially for people who aren't like good at the game and can't complete the challenges.
So you're saying that in order to go up in the battle pass, you have to do the challenge.
Pretty much, yeah.
See, and that's tough because some challenges
they
are
shouldn't do that.
Yeah, they definitely need to change
it's
it.
a little much.
Yeah.
Because, it's one thing to play and grind, but it's another thing to actually have to complete, difficult challenges against real people if you're not good at the game.
See, I don't mind the hard challenges for the people that grind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're always going to have those YouTubers that grind it out and they want to finish them.
Yeah.
But don't punish the people that are just out there having fun.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
But now it makes sense why the battle pass isn't limited to the time frame like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Okay.
They give you more time.
When one of these companies gonna realize though that it's just such an obscure way to do things, and most people, most casual gamers are gonna come in and just want to go and shoot something and kill something. Mm-hmm. I'll do the challenges. I like doing them, but I know I can speak for my friends and stuff. No one's gonna do those, so it's only gonna kill their need to play the game because they're not gonna want to do anything. They're not gonna want to go on there to grind these challenges. They're just gonna, you know what I mean? If you're not ranking up, if you're not doing anything, what's the point of playing?
And another major problem, too, is that from comments that I've seen online is, say, for example, the challenge is get 10 Needler kills. Everyone's just going to try to get the Needler kills and not try to complete the objectives. And it's not
so no one's
gameplay.
Actually playing the game.
They're just focused on the challenges.
On that
challenge. And that's a problem, too.
That happens on Call of Duty every time the event comes out.
Yeah.
Like right now, everyone was going, the first few days, everyone was going for those number event, the number stations or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just, no one was actually trying to play the game and make it a fun experience. Yeah.
I guess I could spin it a little.
But you can't hurt the just average gamer who comes home from work. Who, hey, like you said, I just want to get on. I want to shoot some people. I just want to have a good time.
Yeah.
But then grind these challenges at the same time is.
Yeah.
Well, here's another question I have, because they said it's kind of along the lines you said about the battle pass. It says you can only have 3 challenges active at once. Mm-hmm. So you can't even be grinding towards other ones unless you have it selected and you're focused.
So you can't do them all at the same time.
No, it's like Call of Duty. Like how you pick 3 daily challenges, and then when you complete one, you get another one.
Imagine being stuck on a super hard one, swapping it out for something else, and then getting the super hard one done whenever it's not active. That would
be
kill me
so
inside.
aggravating.
That would make me get off the game. I'm done for the night.
Well, just as a comparison, that's kind of how it is in Call of Duty with the operator challenges.
Yeah.
Like, you have the wrong operator on, you might do the cool shit you need to do to win, but you don't get it unlocked because you got the wrong person.
That Call of Duty World War II did the same. They had the same system where you just go and select. You go up to the guy at the beginning of the game. You select your dailies and you go through and do them. I mean, those ones weren't hard though. So if Halo's gonna go for like making the leaps and bounds,
they weren't
hard.
awful.
No, like if they're gonna be easier daily challenges, I'm fine. But you're telling me 16, 18 hours. They're probably not gonna be easy. It's probably gonna be like win 20 games of Team SWAT in one day.
But I agree with you guys. I shouldn't have to pick and choose what challenge I want to do.
Yeah.
It's just hey, I complete them while I play them.
Like if I got to get 5 rocket kills and I come across a rocket, then I should just get it. I shouldn't have to be like, oh, next game I got to put it on and then go find this rocket. Like, that's a pain.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how the challenges go. I think Call of Duty does it all right, but I don't think they have 16, 18 hours worth. But they do have the 3 daily challenges.
See, Call of Duty challenges take you like an hour.
Yeah.
It's just, do you want to grind out that hour?
That's a good point.
I hate riding out that hour, but now you want me to do 16 to 18 hours?
Yeah.
It seems like a job at that point.
Yeah.
And now, moving from that, we're going to talk about iPhone. I personally have fancy Android.
I got an iPhone.
Everybody else got an iPhone.
I have an Android, actually. I'm the
See,
one who
so I like this guy.
We got 2 green people.
So this week, just a couple days
out here
ago.
ruining group messages.
This week, a couple days ago, the European Union put out a thing saying that they are going to force companies such as Apple to adopt the Type-C as a universal charger. So Apple can keep the Lightning port, but they have to have a USB Type-C port also. And they said this will reduce e-waste, which I think is weird, but all right. Now, what do you guys think about that?
I agree.
Do you have a Type-C charger? You're an Apple guy. But
I'm an Apple, but I have more Type-C chargers now than I have Apple chargers. And I agree that everyone just runs the same thing.
Let's say it seems like you're gearing towards that anyways. So I guess it's fine with me, whatever.
Well, as an Android person, like we already use that pretty much, and it's nice if you have a friend who like has an Apple phone, you can still use his charger, so it is convenient.
I agree. I have ran into that at work where if you have the wrong phone, the wrong charger, people can't charge their phone.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Apple will never go that way. You know why? Because Apple wants you to buy their product. And Apple has always done that, and Apple will always stick to they do everything just for Apple.
I was gonna say this is Type-C. This is USB-C. The new iPads.
Are they?
They can see.
Yeah, I mean, the iPads are already USB-C. I mean,
I don't have the newest.
I'm pretty sure the iPhone 11s were USB-C, and then they went back to Lightning for 12. You have 11?
Yeah.
Never mind. My bad.
Well,
I think
so
that was the first one that had
adopted.
Is that the first one that had the USB-C to Lightning then?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was then. I knew that one of them made the jump to USB-C.
But I know Apple from the beginning always made Apple only products.
Yeah, like
they did everything just so you had to buy Apple.
Those old pin chargers, and now you got the Lightning.
Those 16 pins were.
They were so.
You remember trying to set it up on your little iHomes that you got at Kohl's? And like sit there and try to pry it into that.
But I definitely agree that like everything I got. I mean, my JBL speaker, my Xbox, my Nintendo Switch,
the Elite controller.
The Elite controller.
Right.
Everything's going Type-C, but the only thing that's
not
not going Type-C yet is Apple, and I agree that everything should be Apple.
Well, they're
Type-C.
Well, this might actually change it because now nothing was voted in. This was just proposed, and I guess...
No, and I agree with the proposal.
Well, the European Commission adopted it. They said they like this.
I would say Apple.
So they might be forced
Apple's just out here getting fucked up left and right.
Between the lawsuit.
Well, the Fortnite, they pulled Fortnite from the store indefinitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw it.
Because they won't accept that third-party transaction.
And for people that don't have Game Pass, they also pulled Game Pass out. They don't let you... Even though you could preview the Game Pass app through Apple devices...
I didn't even know that.
When the app actually came out, they denied it. They said that they're not having it on their
Because
platform.
they couldn't take some money off the top or something? Or?
I guess.
Yeah.
They said because they couldn't rate each game individually. And I said... Well, you have Netflix, and you don't rate each movie individually, so...
Yeah, and they have little teenagers twerking on there.
You want to know one thing with Apple? I'm going to say it here. Apple is the American phone. We all know that. It's number one in America. Android is number one worldwide.
What about the
And
Hawaii
Apple
phone?
is going to keep to itself, like America tries to.
Yeah.
And then they want as much money as they can get.
And they might. Or Apple may have saw this coming, and that's why the new
might.
iPad already has it. I don't know.
But you've seen it for the last 5 generations of Apple. Everything was just Apple. Everything. Like headphones.
Yep.
Everything was
It's all
just
proprietary.
Apple
You know,
made.
like the AirPods were specifically.
Nothing was ever micro USB or anything. They never wanted to be universal with anyone. They wanted to be themselves, and they wanted
That's so they
you
could
to
sell the
buy
product,
their
yeah,
product.
for more like a higher
Yeah.
price, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, because they effectively have the monopoly on that product.
Yeah.
Because nobody else has a Lightning cable device
Yeah.
besides Apple. So I mean, they could charge what they want for their
First
giant
one
thing.
was their monitor stand. Swear to God, it was $1,000.
Yeah,
It was
for just
the-
$1,000 for a
Yep.
stand
Yep.
for a monitor.
They sell a keyboard for this that's like $350 or $400. And
Yeah.
it's the same Bluetooth keyboard you can get anywhere else.
Well, it's like
Yeah.
Fran said, it's because they want to
Yeah,
control.
they're
that
proprietary.
price
I mean,
point.
that's what they've always been though. Like you look at like whenever the iMac came back, you couldn't change anything in there. You couldn't touch anything in there, but they still charged $1,800 to $2,000 a computer, and people still bought it. I mean, they're
that's-
gonna do it.
That's why I feel like they removed some ports too, so they force you to buy an adapter for using said
yeah,
port
makes
as well.
sense.
Listen, I'm not saying that
And
I'm
the
not being
adapter you
waxed
gotta
by
buy
Apple.
is more expensive than a normal adapter.
Yeah.
And then it's this big, and you lose it.
Yeah, but listen, I know I'm being waxed by Apple when I buy an iPhone. It's fine with me though because I just enjoy this phone more than any other phone I've used.
And I think it's one of the easiest to use
Oh
phones.
yeah, that's what I mean, and I'm fine with it being easy.
This is a smartphone for dumb people.
Yeah, that's why I have my
So
mom
fine.
use it.
My
She's
dad won't
so
get
easy
one,
to
and
use, yeah.
my dad uses
No,
this and goes,
seriously.
"I can't understand nothing."
No, my mom is like technologically like impaired, so using an iPhone is way easier for him to understand.
Can you
than
have
Android.
you got to speak to my dad
Yeah.
after this? I'm talking about you.
okay.
This
No.
man uses an
But
Android.
the point
Yeah.
is, though, the
Can't
funny
do it.
thing
He has
is,
no idea what he's doing.
so you got the iPhone, and each
Yeah.
year they come out with a new one that, I don't know, some years I feel like there's not much of a difference.
There's not.
This
But
year.
there's still people lined around the block to get them.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think Apple's okay either way.
Apple's an American phone,
Yeah.
and it always will be.
Just
Yeah.
like Chick-fil-A.
Whoa! Don't hate on Chick-fil-A.
No. They're American only. They went to England and they got protested and they closed
immediately.
down.
Oh, it was
after
like wasn't it like
2
a month?
weeks.
It was like
Was it a month?
It was crazy.
Why'd they get protested?
Because of their like religious
They're-
beliefs.
they're
Because they're like
Catholics?
So they have their stance against
like
gays?
gay
Yeah.
people and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So
You know,
Chick-fil-A.
they
No,
pay.
I didn't have
Yeah,
that.
they were open
That's
for like a
the
month.
dumbest thing
Dude,
I've
they
ever heard.
fund those.
Yeah.
They fund those camps that try to turn you back. That don't work, obviously, because like it's not real. But yeah, Chick-fil-A funds all that shit.
But so,
we're getting way
Europeans were against it, and they protested so bad. Chick-fil-A closed down in about a month and said they will never come back to Europe. They
Yeah,
said that's
it was
it.
bad. Europe
Chick-fil-A don't care
sued
because they're
them.
dominating in America.
So Chick-fil-A
They're
is
still the
American
top
as
three.
iPhone.
the American dream.
Chick-fil-A is still like top 3 businesses in the U.S. behind like McDonald's and Starbucks.
Oh, yeah.
They're still making
They're
bank
phenomenal.
despite the
Their food-
protests.
Hey,
yeah.
and if you haven't
You
seen
know how
it
many
yet, we
people
got a
trying to
chicken
shut
video
down
for you.
Chick-fil-A in America?
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
Yeah, it's not gonna
No,
happen.
it's
Like
never
they have
gonna
enough
happen.
business. It's just-
Chick-fil-A is busy every day. If Chick-fil-A opened on Sunday, there'd be one more day they're back.
Dude,
Yeah.
everyone hates that they're closed on Sunday,
But
but I
listen.
get it. I wear a cross too.
Yeah.
But guess what? I want my chicken sandwich on Sunday.
Hey, it even affected Kanye because he came out with the closed on Sunday
what
song.
do they call it? It's necessary withdrawal for a week.
Yeah.
It's like
But here's the-
you on
here's the
benders.
funny
You
part.
did that one day.
But not to get too off topic now. But the funny
No,
part
we're
is,
way off.
We're way off topic at
Chick-fil-A
this
is
point.
closed on Sunday and still one of the top 5 companies in
Yeah.
America.
Top 3.
That's crazy, and they're closed one day of the
Yeah,
week.
despite the protests and the one day
Yeah,
close,
it's
like
tough.
they still
Despite
are
their
making bank.
crazy
No. You know
things
what's
they
funny
back.
is when they protested against them, they got more business the day
Yeah.
after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because people are like in support of them, just like to say "fuck you" to the protesters, basically.
Well, I also.
Well, the thing is, no one really cares what they believe in.
Well, no,
Yeah.
well, that's
They
how it should
love
be.
their food, but like,
Hold on.
why you hating on them because they're
Wait,
closed
hear
on
me
Sunday
out.
because they're Catholics?
Yeah.
Wait, hear me out. Chick-fil-A should have never got involved, in my opinion. They should have just said, like, we don't care about all that stuff. We're just here to sell you a chicken
Yeah.
sandwich. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like celebrities giving their
It's
personal
like-
views.
I don't care
Like,
what a
everybody
company
likes
believes
you,
in
just
at
don't
all.
like you.
I just want to,
Yeah.
I want to buy your product,
Yeah.
consume your product, or
No.
whatever. But Chick-fil-A needs to shut the fuck up. That's all.
I agree with you 100%. But at the same time, like here in America, like, hey, you want to close on Sundays because you're Catholic?
Yeah.
That's fine. Hey, your employees get a day off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They use that as their one day off.
Working them or anything, but no one has to read into that. They're not really shining it on the.
Wasn't there another
people?
We're getting way off topic, but isn't there a protest against Nabisco again?
Cut.
There's another protest against Nabisco. People are telling me to stop buying Oreos. I don't know, because I guess they spoke out and said something stupid.
Whoa, time out.
Wait.
Orange Halloween Oreos are the best ones out of the whole year.
I love Oreos. What happened?
Well, I guess they also have like anti-gay views or something, but it's like, dude, you're a cookie. Just sell me Oreos. Shut up.
Yeah.
Like, don't tell me about how you feel towards it or whatever. I'm just gonna eat your Oreos.
Yeah,
chill.
but it's not gonna stop you from eating Oreos.
No, I mean, but
well, getting back on topic.
Okay.
The people, listen, with all this shit going on with Activision,
Leave it in.
with all this stuff going on with Activision, people are saying to boycott Warzone. And like you said, people are still going to play it. People are still going to eat their Oreos. It's not going to change.
Yeah.
But getting back to Call of Duty.
No one's gonna boycott Warzone.
No, I mean, people will, but they just have a huge community.
It's
like,
so
it's probably
big,
a small vocal. They're like, we're gonna protest.
I mean, I get
Warzone.
Warzone.
The thing is, though, why don't they fix it?
Yeah.
They are. They're working on it.
Yeah.
Wait, I think that's your next topic, right? The anti-cheat coming out?
Well, we're coming up, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the next topic, we're bringing it back to Call of Duty, but it's for Vanguard. Vanguard, with the beta, is already facing hackers. Now, is this going to be a problem in the final game? They already have a shit ton of problems in Warzone.
Well, they said the anti-cheat's not coming out until their game comes out. So, like, Vanguard's beta could have got them, but there's still no anti-cheat until the game comes out.
So they're still confident that's going to work?
That's what their Twitter said. When they had their stupid drumline video with the fake TikToker going, they banned all my accounts, and they're like, we keep banning them. It's like, it's a South Park apology, in my opinion. We're sorry. We're sorry. It doesn't change anything. You still have cheaters.
And then they have the nipple flaps like, oh, that's too bad.
But the thing is, you're talking about a beta game. Every game has cheaters. Every game will always have cheaters. No matter
It's
what
how fast that
you got.
No, look at Fortnite. It bans them mid-game. It'll say in the corner, so-and-so was dropped by was eliminated by the ban hammer.
Yeah.
It'll just eliminate.
They use that
like
EAC, right? Epic Anti-Cheat, I think.
Yeah, and then, dude, what's the game that we've been playing? I can't think. It's that Halo
Splitgate.
Splitgate.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
is made by four dudes in a little studio. 4 guys make this game, and they have an anti-cheat. How is it that this billion-dollar company can't get their shit together? But
multi-billion-dollar company.
They also said it's coming November 5th. So I feel like your judgment has to wait until then. So if November 5th comes and hackers are still in the game and they're still rampant, then they just fucking lied to us again.
That's what I thought the Chris about.
But is it gonna end the game?
Is it gonna end?
It's never gonna end the game. People still play.
Is it gonna end the game?
I feel like a lot of people are going to quit though.
What do you mean? Do you think you're going to quit if there's no anti-cheat?
Yeah.
If the anti-cheat doesn't work? I feel like it's going to... Player base will drop. Oh, absolutely.
Player base will drop.
Yeah, you got already in Warzone. We saw this year alone.
You got
streamers gave up on it.
We talked about it last week. We got Battlefield coming out 2 weeks after that game comes out. So if you see the cheating's rampant, people are going to jump ship to Battlefield. You're going to lose.
It might actually work in their favor.
It might work in our favor. Maybe we can actually get games without sweaty kids. It'll be nice.
Yeah. You never know. But then
maybe the anti-cheat shouldn't come.
But then the other question is it going to translate to Warzone? Because they haven't exactly said if they're going to put it in.
No, they said it's going to be like the Call of Duty engine anti-cheat across the board.
Your multiplayer ain't making you the money.
It's right.
So it's Warzone. So if you're bringing out the anti-cheat and you're only putting it on your multiplayer, then you're fucking up.
I think it is going to Warzone because it's the biggest issue. You got some videos every day. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, just showing hackers and all the new shit they can do.
I mean, well, in August, it sounds like they're trying. In August, they said they banned 100,000 one day, and the total is 500,000.
Yeah,
but is that enough?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's free to play.
It's
just
not
gonna keep
enough
making
because
accounts.
it's a free game. So you need something better.
Well,
than
they
what
do.
The hell you're doing.
You do need a phone number to sign up a new account. So it is a little bit of a hiccup and like a speed bump to get an account. It's still not.
Mom, phone number.
I use both my sisters.
I think you can spoof phone number.
Now, looking forward, we got Guardians of the Galaxy on the horizon, a new game. Now, will it repeat the mistakes of the Avengers? Me personally, I think the characters, I expected them to look like the ones from the movies, and they don't. They have their own interpretation.
That's the issue with these video games every time. I want Chris Pratt. I don't want whatever.
You want me to pause this?
Whatever.
That was talking
about.
Good, pull it up. It's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's the video game that's coming out. There's a trailer. But me personally, I feel like the characters, they just look weird and goofy.
That's what me and you were talking about. We think it's like a licensing issue or something. Like maybe
it
that's
might
why.
be. I mean, because you figure they.
Because I feel like they have to pay Chris
Yeah, you're gonna have to
Pratt
pay
have
Chris Pratt to mocap or use his likeness.
Yeah, and that's gonna get expensive.
Yeah. You can build a story just around that. You don't have to focus on like, well, what if we bring the Black Panther in later? What if we bring this in later and like try to like make it so every character has like their own kind of arc or whatever. No, this is these 5 people. Here's a story on rails and have fun with it.
I mean, that makes sense because I think the problem with Avengers was they try to do that live world type thing.
Yeah, and it didn't.
And they're like, oh, if you're Iron Man in this level, it has to work. If you're Hulk in the same level, it has to work. But here it's a single player where you're like, this character in this level, go.
The thing is that like it's the same company making the Guardians game as they made the last game. So is the question, are they gonna
is it Square Enix?
Yeah, Square Enix still.
Shit.
So are they gonna like back away from that grindy feel? Which I don't think they will because they want people to pay for the microtransactions. So I think they're gonna repeat the same mistakes.
But I feel like in single player, the microtransactions are less important or less. Like I feel like you get less money from transactions.
Is there a co-op portion of this?
They said it was single player.
Perfect. I feel like if you're gonna make it single player, it might not be that grindy part.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every mission on the Avengers was like you could tell what was happening next. It's like, oh, I gotta defend this stupid spot again. I just did this the last time. It's the same thing. There's no personality to it. It's just like it's copy and paste everything. So I don't think in a single player game they're gonna copy and paste because you can't do that with a friend. It's not like they're trying to gear it towards everyone's player skill, you know.
True. And it might be. I remember when I played Avengers, it felt good at first, and then it's like the magic wore away fast. It felt cheesy. Like
Black Widow was the best
feet, that's
character.
it.
Black Widow was the best character, and it was only because you can shoot. She had like a long range gun to shoot, and then she had like close hand to hand combat. So it was like what you'd want out of a game like this. And then Iron Man, I'm flying into a fucking wall. I can't move. And the Hulk is
only goes, Iron Man can only fly this high.
The Hulk is just pulling Earth and nothing's coming off of the ground. I was like, what is he doing?
So after seeing the video, what's your opinion on it?
I just watched this trailer, and watching it, if it's single player only, I'm never buying the game. But it might be fun playing with boys.
Yeah.
You know, like
I think it's single player. I don't think it has.
But if it's single player only, I'm out.
Yeah. I love single player games. I need those every once in a while. Though.
Yeah,
I
Mario.
agree. I'm the same way.
Mario is.
All right, we took a short break, but now we're back.
No, you didn't have to say that.
The next. I gotta cut that out.
No, leave us all in.
So the next topic: Far Cry 6 will not have ray tracing on PS5 or Series X, but it does have it on PC. Is this going to be an issue? Is ray tracing even that big a deal? It's a hot topic right now with the new console generation. But does it actually matter?
It depends on the game. Like Call of Duty, it's not a big difference, but Minecraft, it's huge. So I think it depends on the game, like how big of a difference it is.
I've noticed it very little. So it doesn't matter to me either way. It depends on what I'm doing. So if I'm playing an FPS, I want it off because I want those frames back.
Far Cry 6 is a first-person shooter.
But it's also like single player, so I might leave it on just for like the
immersion or whatever.
So you lose frames if you put it on.
Yeah.
Usually it'll slow
kills
your
it pretty
computer
bad.
down some because it's a very graphical, intense aspect.
Yeah, it creates a lot of problems on Call of Duty for me, anyways.
I will say,
do you play with it on?
No, I always disable it because it literally kills my FPS by at least 30, and it's just like it's not worth it to me.
well, that's with a competitive shooter, but now when you're playing by yourself in a single player, like Cyberpunk, for example. Like, I played Cyberpunk, I think it's still solo. I don't think it has co-op. Like, you want the best, visuals that you can get when you're playing by yourself.
See, this is where, where my opinion of console used to be to now. Like, when I first got a computer, I was like, oh, I'm going to play everything because it'll look so much better. As I was doing these things, though, the more I played,
turn down the settings.
I turn everything off. And it's like I go straight for frames now because when the game feels.
So he's playing on a Super Nintendo over here.
Honestly, but when a game feels better than it looks, it's such a huge difference, and you don't know it until you actually do it. Like
now, do you do that for single player also?
For Cyberpunk, I turned everything off.
Well, Cyberpunk was kind of an exception. What about the Star Wars game? Did you play the Force Awakens?
No, I played that. That was a game I played on.
I think you mean Jedi Fallen Order.
Or Fallen Order.
Yeah, I played that on my Xbox. That was one of the last games I played before I bought a computer.
Because that's my thing. It's like Cyberpunk was kind of the exception because it sucked.
Yeah.
So it was like I could understand if you had to turn stuff down a little bit for that.
I guess I can't really speak because I don't have too much experience playing single player games on a computer. Because there was a time where I was playing my PS4 more than my computer.
What single player is worth playing anymore?
It depends on what you're into. There's
God of War was one of the best games I've ever played.
There's Uncharted.
Days
No,
Gone.
I'm just
Days
asking.
Gone.
Days Gone was great.
But did you play them on your PC?
No, you can't get it on your PC.
Well, they just now you can get not that, but you can get
Days
Gone
Gone.
coming.
I know
Horizon, the
Horizon's
first
Yeah.
Horizon.
The Uncharted
Horizon's already
4 is
on there.
coming to PC.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
Uncharted.
yeah, they're,
See, I'll play that.
yeah,
again.
Sony's putting more games, which is nice on
Last
PC.
of
Put
Us.
God of War in
Last
there.
of Us
Yeah.
was an amazing single player game. I thought that was
Well,
really
I
good.
want to know, like.
That's what I'm saying.
So the single player games.
I
that you
get
guys
so
play-
basically it's all Sony games.
I guess-
Sony single player.
I guess
Well, I
as
still
long
like
as
Far Cry.
I'll
though. That's
enable
yeah.
ray tracing on single player as long as I'm getting at least like 60. It doesn't have to be 120, but like I don't like
On single
30
player.
at this rate. Yeah. I don't like 30 at this point, 30 FPS. That's
Well,
too
so
slow for
hard.
me.
I have
yeah.
to
It's
say-
so hard to go back.
Yeah.
From my point of view, I had the Series X day one. I played Cold War was one of the first games I played, and naturally I'm like ray tracing. I got to turn it on. I'm going to see this, and it worked. But there was a couple times where my game hard crashed. There was one time where it just killed the Xbox altogether, and then I turned ray tracing off, and the game worked fine. And I haven't tried it since.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, is it even worth it? Like, it did look better. I did notice a little bit of a difference, mainly in like puddles and light reflection off of
Yeah, but
water.
that's the thing. In
But it's
Call
like,
of
does
Duty,
it
you're
matter?
sprinting past the puddles. You're not going to notice
exactly.
it. So it's
Yeah,
like,
it's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
not
it's
a
a-
big deal. But first, like single player games, you will notice.
Yeah, you're going slower and stuff, especially in like RPGs.
Yeah, you're taking
like,
it in more.
Yeah. So I think it would be noticeable.
So that's the thing. That's why I'm like in Far Cry 6 single player, I don't think it has multiplayer at all. And it's like
I still don't think it'll
matter.
be that big of a deal.
It might not. It might still look excellent.
I think it's gonna look good regardless.
I mean, at this point, I
Yeah.
think we're only 3 weeks away. It's almost out.
I think so,
Oh, is it
yeah.
really that close?
Yeah.
It's the first or second week of October.
I like how they cast it. I don't know the actor's name, but the Breaking Bad dude.
It's Gene
As the
Esposito.
main
something.
villain.
I
Yeah.
forgot his
I
name.
thought it was a good
Yeah,
cast.
I forgot
Yeah.
his name. I think he.
You
plays a
guys
great
know my
part.
opinion of Breaking Bad. I just said it last night.
Yeah, you said it's
Yeah,
the
it's
best show you
overrated.
ever saw.
It's overrated. That's
You
the
heard
thing.
about it?
Fucking rated.
Yeah.
It's so overrated.
Yeah.
Let me dust my tie in this super realistic
Hold on.
show and then die.
Hold on,
Fuck
you can
off.
bring it up in a minute.
Fuck off.
The round table question this week. After seeing the limitations on console, is the PS5 or Series X worth the money
No.
or an alternative to PC? Because for $500, I can't get a PC that can do 4K at 60 with ray tracing. So where are we at with that?
I
one?
think like if you're okay with like how consoles are with their, I guess like their limitation. I'm saying that because you can't customize them as much as PC, and if a lot of your friends play on console, then that's fine. And if you can actually get it, and obviously the lower upfront cost, like you said, $500 as opposed to $1,500 or whatever. Yeah, I think at that point it's worth it. Me though, most of my friends play on PC. I like keyboard and mouse. I like mods, so that's why I play on PC.
And we talked before that Warzone has distinct advantages for being on PC.
Yeah.
Such as the field of view slider. I forget the other ones. We talked about
Ultra wide,
the
the frame rates and stuff.
Yeah, when Dan can see stuff 90 degrees to my left, and I only have a field of view.
Yeah,
like
like
this.
you can see up to here with my ultra wide. Like I can see up to here. I'll be like, "There's a guy on your left." You're like, "Oh, I couldn't see him."
I
Sorry.
noticed this before a lot of my friends bought their PCs. I was like, "There's a guy floating in above you," and they're like, "No, there's not." And then they slide. Oh, there he is. It's like, and then it's like right in front of him. Like I saw him for like the last 30 seconds. Dude. Like, yeah, it's definitely. Here's what I have to say to you though.
No. I want to say one thing.
No.
Because I've been waiting for this topic.
Okay.
So, yes, console players for the average gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, go do
It's
that.
mainstream. It's
Go
for
do
the average.
whatever you
Yeah.
want. But hey, if you want to be a YouTuber or you want to make it big or you really want to game on a professional level, then yeah, spend that more money on that PC.
Yeah.
Get to that level. But for the average person, the console is fine. For
Yeah. I agree.
Sitting on the couch, laid back.
Yeah. You coming home from work, just playing on your console.
Just wants to relax, and then this guy comes up and kills you. This guy over here snipes you from 150 yards away.
But-
he's double jumping, doing 360.
I mean, I see what you mean. It's lower upfront cost. Like, yeah, it's easier and stuff, but you can't. Like, I know you obviously like chilling on the couch, but you could technically do that
Hey,
with a
you do
PC.
that.
No. Well, yeah, but we got to put more money into it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, it's
And
the upfront
we got to
cost.
keep updating it.
Well, what,
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying for the more advanced people.
Yeah.
Get the PC.
Yeah.
Well, to go back
Just
to
for your average person.
what he
console.
said though is you can't find a PC with 4K 60. And
Yeah.
What was the other thing?
At that
To be
price,
fair, though,
at that price point, but even when you do buy that PC, you do the range of everything else you can do. Take away video games, all the other shit you can do makes up for that. But makes
Like
up for
what?
that spending extra money. Just like the fact that like I can
Anything
do
for work, video editing.
streaming,
any fucking thing you
Yeah,
want to do.
but you're talking about video editing now. Now we're talking
I mean,
about
think
YouTube.
but think about Chris.
Well, he's just saying that you can do more on the computer than
Think
you can
about it
on
right
Xbox.
now. Like right now, when he captures, he has to run a cap card through his
I run on
laptop,
the
through to his
PC.
Xbox, and he's stringing that all together. But on my PC, I just gotta hit a button to capture.
See, I agree. No, for me and him, that maybe we need a PC. But I'm saying you're just your average gamer.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, if you were gonna go home and just play for a couple hours and you don't want to spend the extra money, yeah, absolutely. But I think everything's gearing it towards buying the PC now. I don't think there is gonna be a console in the next 5 years. Like, there's not gonna be another new console.
No.
If there
Or it
is,
could be like Xbox where it's all like cloud based
Dude,
and not
Xbox
like a
is
physical
gonna
console.
drop something that we
Well-
wouldn't even know about.
Well, here's
no,
the thing.
Xbox wants to turn themselves into a Steam store. They just want to be a.
They do, and they
just wanna
actually
be
showed
a-
a product. It's a dongle, like a Fire Stick, that you plug into your TV.
Well, that's what Google's doing now.
They tried, yeah,
Yeah.
but they didn't have Game Pass.
Yeah.
So if you plug this dongle into the back of your TV, into the USB drive, you connect your controller Bluetooth to it. You can literally play these games. streaming
PlayStation
them
Now
through
does
the
that,
internet.
right? You stream PlayStation
Yeah,
Now
I don't
games.
know.
Yeah.
It's not modern games, it's like mostly PS3 games.
Yeah, they're
PS4
older.
But yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
they're already starting it. I
It's
think
cloud-based,
I
yeah.
think whenever.
That's probably the
So they're
future.
getting to the level to where.
Well, I think the internet
Yeah.
has to catch up first. I think we have to get to a point where like
There's too much latency with Google's.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, they tried to play Destiny, and it was just the latency was so bad it was like unplayable.
I think he needs to get to a point where like instead of you have a gigabit going into your house right now. That's basically everyone gets gig up and down. But like I think it needs to be like 5 gigs up and down, and you're actually getting that 1
Yeah.
gig before you can
I'll
actually
be
stream the
honest.
game from a cloud and it works properly.
I was able to stream on Game Pass on my phone. Wherever I put my phone.
over over data or Wi-Fi.
Over data, three bars. If I get at least 3 bars, I can play a single player game.
No hiccups?
Fine, no problems. But now I can't play multiplayer. I tried Halo at 4 bars, and it was just too much delay, too much lag.
Yeah, you got a
It didn't
lot
work.
of things coming into that for it to work.
But I
Yeah.
think 1 gigabit might be able to work. I haven't tried it. Maybe we'll do a test video and see what we come up with. It'd be interesting to see, because I have gigabit, and I think it works great with Series X. Maybe it would work well with streaming, on the
My
phone.
whole thing too with streaming things to like different places. Most of the time when I'm out of the house, it's to get away from like I don't want to be playing video games or I'm going out and doing something. There's not very many times where I'm out of the house going, I want to play a game right now.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because you don't work at a
Yeah,
desk,
you have a
so-
different. Yeah, no, I'm not. Different strokes for different folks, my friend.
yeah, we ain't you, bro.
Hey, Dan works at a desk too. He
Yeah,
can play
Dan.
Yeah,
games.
you guys
He
gotta
told
quit.
me his coworkers
He
used
has
to bring a Switch.
he's cutting
Yeah.
grass. I'm doing concrete.
My-
We fucking kill
my-
ourselves every
my-
day.
I wish I could play Warzone on cutting grass. Yes. Hey, VR it. Just put it in my face and just let me just.
I got
My-
2 angry Italians screaming at me when I'm like edging concrete. It's like, okay, I'm trying. I gotta play this game of Call of Duty. Fam. It's like I
I'm
couldn't
like,
do it.
Dad, somebody kill me.
The concrete's drying. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to win a war zone.
I'm in the final circle. Leave me alone.
And for the final question this week, the off-the-wall question, what is your personal favorite TV show? We know Matt loves Breaking Bad. He just loves it from top to bottom. Go, what do you think your favorite TV show is?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. All right. What about you,
It
Dan?
has to be Game of Jon Snow all day. I bought Brian a sword.
That
That was a legit
I shouldn't
sword.
be here. You get a White Claw.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Or Long Claw. I call it a White Claw.
I was like, wait a minute, the drink? Like,
No, you got a
I
Long
was
Claw.
still going with it, but
Long
yeah.
Claw, Long
Yeah.
Claw.
I would say Game of Thrones too, but season 8 just pissed me off, so I don't know if
It
I can
didn't
say
matter.
it.
I was
Yeah.
still buying that sword.
I'm not only gonna say this. I like The Office because I rewatched it 3 times. It's a comedy, obviously, but that's one of my favorite shows.
yeah, it's
I got a couple here. I won't say Game of Thrones. It's up there. So it's top 3 for me. But
Yeah, but
my
you don't
But
have the
Breaking
sword.
Bad is
Huh?
just so much
But
better.
you don't have the sword.
Or the chair.
no.
Maybe
Okay,
you should buy the
okay.
chair.
Let me. My favorite show probably I've watched and rewatched and loved is Sons of Anarchy. Thought was much better fucking story than Breaking Bad. Like everyone's big like, oh my god, moment was whenever he like let her overdose. Dude, they burned his daughter alive in Science, and no one said a goddamn thing about it. I'm just whatever.
I've never seen
Spoilers alert!
I want to say another. I want to give everybody a better comedy than The Office is How I Met Your Mother.
I like that.
So
I
fucking
don't know.
good.
I like
Such
it.
a great show.
I don't know if it's better than The
They have
Office,
jokes.
though.
They have jokes from season 1 that don't pay off till season 4. Like it's amazing.
But
what if you didn't watch the season 4? Then you're like,
You're
oh, this
supposed
is
to
dumb shit.
In a
that's
world where
boring.
you can binge everything, you're not gonna watch all the seasons. Like, come on.
can I say one thing? I've never seen Sons of Anarchy, and I've been
haven't
told.
either.
I've been told.
It's
9
amazing.
times
It's
to
really
go
good.
watch
It's
it,
very good.
and I want to.
What
I feel like
streaming
it's something I'm
services
gonna
is it
like.
on?
And you just
I think
read
it's
the
on-
whole thing.
It used to be Netflix.
Oh.
No, that was just one
I didn't-
thing.
no, that was-
Dude, there's so
that
much
happened.
overdoses.
That
No,
happened.
that was
That's
Breaking Bad. That's not even Sons of Anarchy.
That's Breaking Bad.
You have the wrong show.
Yo, you didn't see Breaking Bad? Don't waste your fucking time. It's
not.
so overrated.
Listen, it's not as
There's
bad
a
as the Madman
prequel to that
thinks it
too
is.
called
Yeah, I
Better Call
know.
Saul.
And I like Better Call Saul
And-
more, but
and
I
there
stopped
was-
watching because I know where he's going. I'm like, I know what's gonna happen.
There was a movie.
Oh, yeah, there was-
Jesse.
Oh, and I tried to watch it because I'm like, listen, I watched the show. I
Not
watched
Jess
Better Call Saul.
Quavius, a different
I
Jess.
was like, all right, so I'll give you El Camino a try because like I made it a half an hour and said, fuck this is terrible. I'm out. Done. I'm done with the show. It wasn't that good.
Big Bryan Cranston fan.
Listen, I'll say this. Final season was very good. Final season was awesome. The episode where are you gonna watch it?
It's fine. Just go.
Where they kill Hank. Great episode. It was probably my favorite episode.
Who's
Because
Hank?
it doesn't matter. You didn't watch
You never saw the show. You don't even know.
No, that was probably. I mean, that was great, but like, Gus dies, and we're in this show where everything is so hyper realistic, and it's like, it's a gritty world of meth dealing and all this shit, and then Gus gets blown up. He's missing half of his fucking body, and he goes. He adjusts his tie and dies. Come on, how corny was that? Why did you waste
Bro,
it?
that was legit. I was
was
hanging on
so
that
Because they
Sad.
wanted to like keep the crowd shocked. That's why they're like, oh, he's alive. And
Yeah.
oh wait, never mind. Half his face is
Never
missing.
mind, his
That's why.
body's
Like, you
gone.
can't function. Come
Yeah.
Got a
on.
penny to the face.
I'm just glad you didn't ruin Sons of Anarchy.
I'm not going
Yeah,
to.
there's so much stuff. in that.
Dude, the
Sons
main
is so
white
watch
guy
it.
dies at the end. I
Sons
already
is so good.
Okay, that's
What are you
one
talking
aspect
about?
of the entire thing. It's
What
not
are you
even.
talking
It's
about?
not even the main. No,
The
you
main
have to watch it.
doesn't
What
the
are you
main
talking
character
about?
die at the end?
Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's not him.
Or does he?
We don't want to ruin it for anybody out there.
This show's old. It doesn't matter. Like, come on.
For
It's
me,
so worth a watch. If you
look,
haven't seen it, it's absolutely.
I
worth a
got
watch.
2. Okay, I got a serious one, which was The Wire. It was the
Oh,
most
yeah, The Wire.
most realistic representation of police work.
Must have been
To this
before
day.
my time.
And the second one I have to say is Seinfeld. I know it's old, but it's along,
It's a good comedy.
It's along the lines of The Office, and I can watch it every day and not get bored of it. It's still on 8 times a day on TBS and shit. Like,
Speaking
you
of
can
a
still watch
'90s
it.
comedy like Friends,
The
I
hell
could
up.
watch that every.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Friends?
You just watch it again. and
I'm
again.
sorry, I could.
I'd rather watch 2.5 Men over both of those shows.
How I Met
It's
Your Mother.
like
though.
2.5.
Have you ever watched How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
How I
good.
Met Your Mother's
Well,
good.
some
I'm not
of it.
saying it's bad.
good.
It's just I enjoyed Seinfeld and Friends or more.
No, fair.
And,
I
Wait, Friends?
No, I enjoyed
I can never
Seinfeld
get-
and The Office more.
I could never get
you
into.
like Friends though?
I don't mind it. Yeah, I've watched it.
I could never get into
I didn't like Friends,
Seinfeld.
but I love Seinfeld. I love The Office.
Could never get into Seinfeld. My mom loves it. She always talked about it, but
It's fine.
couldn't really get into it.
But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up.
No. This podcast can keep going.
Well,
you want to do another podcast?
No. You know what's funny?
We can always
That's
send
gonna wrap it up for episode 2. We gotta keep it under like 5 hours here. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Matt had an afterthought.
Hey Walter, it's my afterthought. Go fuck yourself.
He had me
You
starting
remember
all back
that?
up for this.
You remember that?
need to put like a bloopers thing in the.
Oh, there's bloopers. Let me tell you.
This
Hey,
is
Walter,
Thor.
he's the one that kicked
This
you.
is
not me.
Thor
Him.
telling you. Never talk to me again.
Do you have it muted now? You have it muted this
I got it muted.
Walter, I'm sorry. There's a lot of hate towards
Just-
you. I don't
just
know
send
why.
this video.
It's okay. We muted Walter. We're
Yeah.
good.
Well, you won't hear this anyway. Don't worry.
I even give you a thumbs up with the finger.
All right. You'll find us again.